It takes a crane to build a crane.
Hi everybody, it's me. I wanted to do this early. It's 10:30 because I know after watching last night's vlog about the gumbo, y'all are going to want to know what happened. First of all, two important words that anybody who's on P2 should know. And I've said it before, green tea. Okay. Remember last night? Yeah, of course you know it's going to be good news. But remember last night I drank 2 pots of green tea. And then I worked out. And I found actually too that I should stop my workouts at 30 minutes. If anything more than that actually starts working against me. So I've learned that. Gosh, I've learned so much from this diet. When I was a kid, I remember 4th grade, my 4th grade teacher said that, or she used to have a nickname for me, and she used to call me Sponge. And that's because I just loved to learn, just like throw it at me, you know what I mean? And this diet has been the funnest thing ever in that capacity, because I've learned so much about my body, which it seems like I've learned more in these 33 days than I have in the last 5 years. And I am that type of person who reads a lot about physical fitness and weight loss, nutrition, stuff like that. That's the only thing aside from sci-fi that I read. Green tea and work out for half an hour. That's what works for me. Another thing is, I never talk about my outside journaling, my written journaling on my vlogs. I don't write every single thing that I eat because that's just tedious and I forget and whatever. But what I do is when I've cheated, I note that down, because the next day, if I get a bad response from it, I kind of put a check on it, and then I know that that is the kind of food that I'm sensitive to, or that I'm sensitive to. And so far, rice I've been 100% sensitive to. So anytime I cheated on rice, even though it was just 1 spoonful, I always gained weight the next day. So anyways, I got on the scale today and I was down 1.2. Yes. So, yes, I know I am known as the cheating lady that loses weight the day after, but that's not true in every case. So, and that's why I journal the foods that I cheat on more than the foods that help me. The gumbo that I ate last night was not a seafood gumbo. FYI, I think Provo girl, said she had a temptation to, and she ate a shrimp. My gumbo was pretty bad. It had ham and chicken in there. And the ham had all the fat on it, because I can kind of see like the gristle in the gumbo. And I think Morphing Tom, he's having the same kind of experiences where he would cheat and the next day he'd like have a tremendous loss. So it's the way our body chemistry works, and that's what works for me. Yay, 1.2 pounds down, so I'm getting far away from 136, and I'm very happy. I was 134.2 today, so happy, happy, joy, joy. Another thing, someone asked me, I believe it was Nature, Beth, I think you asked me on one of the comments whether my body shape is changing, and yes, it is, because I have lost about 15 pounds after loading. It has changed my body shape. First of all, it changed my face. You guys know that. It's also changed, it's made my body more hourglass shape, because here in my back, well, I'm wearing a big sweatshirt so you can't tell, but I was big here. I always had like a swimmer type body, and I remember when my husband and I first met, he asked me if I was a swimmer. Thanks, dude. But it was because my back was always big, and I've lost a lot of fat on my back. And how I can tell is that my bras are not uncomfortable anymore. You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, my bras, I hated wearing bras. And it's because they're just falling off all the time, and they're just like tight right here, and I'm like pulling on them in public and stuff, and it's just a pain. And it's because I had so much fat around here that it would like dig into my skin. And now I don't really have that problem anymore. I can wear my bra to sleep, which is so what I would never ever do because I hate the bra in general. But that's how comfortable it is, because when you lose the fat, it's no longer digging into your skin. It actually is fitting you the right way. The fat has gone from my traps up here, trapezius, and now my bra sits in a little, indentation. Also, on my butt, like the back of my waist, that's what you call your flanks. The fat I still have fat there, but not as much. And so my butt doesn't look square, like from my waist down. The backside was not a pretty sight because it was like a square butt, like a mom's butt, they call it. At least that's what they call it, Saturday Night Live. Anyways, with the mom jeans. So now I can wear. I've always liked low rise because it always sat at the right place, like right where my belly is, so that it wouldn't roll over or chunk out under the waist. So it was like a happy medium, the mid low rise, not teenager low rise. But now when I do my low rise, I don't have like a muffin top, and so I've lost all of that fat. And also my most major problem area was my inner thighs. Since I remember, they've always overlapped. And even when I wore tight jeans or tight, running pants or whatever, they would still overlap. And I would always like ruin running pants because they would get snagged right there. But now I'm starting to see a little space, just a little bit. I still have fat there. It's still abnormal. But a lot of it too is if I do lose any more fat there, I'd be happy. But I think the skin might get affected unless I do something about that, which I really don't know what to do. I don't know if there's a lotion out there that tightens it. Or the funny thing is, in that fat area is where I inject now. So hopefully the skin gets tighter there, as we've experienced with the HCG tightening your skin. So I am going to conclude this long video. It's actually 19 minutes, so I'm not sure I'm going to edit that